Pow! Been do, didn't do, better po! JEEZO, it's Friday, and we're back. We are back, everybody. And if you're watching along, not live, but watching this back as a kind of like an end of week treat, maybe it's on a Saturday, you might be watching this. Welcome to JEEZO It's Friday, which is my weekly roundup of all of the weird, the wild, and the crazy going-ons of this week. Whether it be what I've found on the news, whether it's clips I've seen, or whether it's the thoughts in my mind, I spin stuff up for 2 hours on a Friday evening, 7 till 9, where we chat and have a bit of a crack on. So, that's it. That's what this is. Yeah, that was impromptu. That was not written or scripted. You wouldn't have thought, would you? That was pretty good, wasn't it? So, hola, says Free Cars in X. Richie is in on the YouTubes as well. I need to do my usual checks to make sure audio is fine. But if you can jump in and tell me whether you feel the audio is okay, that would be super, super good as well. I've got a Barbara Bruce. Hi. Oh, that's nice. Howdy, Barbara Bruce. Thank you so much for that. Am I live on X? I must be, but I can't see me for some reason. What's all that about? Why am I... I'll just reboot everything. Barbara Bruce, how are you doing? I'm doing very, very well. How are you? Are you good? Are you good? Thank you for jumping in. Didn't get much kick love, if I'm honest with you. Oh, I can't see myself. Oh, there I am there. There I am there. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pin myself to my profile. Yeah, I've pinned that to the profile. If you are watching on X, please give it the like thingy. Please do a repost. Yeah, and all that kind of good stuff. Barbara Bruce, how's things? Who are you? Where are you from? Thank you for jumping in. Not on our big telly yet. What? I need big telly space. That's what I need. This face is for the big telly, not for your little screens. But tea in the house. And Barbara Bruce is doing great. Good stuff. Thank you for jumping in. I was going to give up one kick, Barbara. I was going to give up one kick because nobody ever jumps in on it, really. But I'm from Sunderland in the northeast of England. That's where I'm from. So, how are we? How have we been? Mark McQueen's there. Yo. Mark McQueen's got a little spanner icon. That's because he has special skills. But I need to give Richie and Boss T those special skills as well, which means he can kick people and do stuff if we get any annoyers in the house. How has your week been, everybody? How's the week been? I've got some really good stories. Honestly, this week I've got some cool stories in the book, in the black book. Can you see if I can do anything with that? There you go. That's the running order, right? That's the running order. I've got MRI guy, which is wild, really wild. We're to die for some dude, right? I've got Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, right? That's a wild one. Christy Derbyshire is also a spanner at times too. So that's like live from the McQueen house. Christy has given us real-time feedback on how Mark is a spanner. Good stuff. I've got the weirdest super creep ever, and ladies, right? Ladies, oh, it's watching. Reggie's watching. Howdy, Reggie lad. Be it on your head, McQueen's, right? I done it all back, right? So Reggie, dude, you're gonna hear some stuff tonight. Actually, Reggie lad, and apologies, man, but you're gonna hear some stuff, right? I said 18 plus. It says 18 plus. But parental guidance, I guess, is fine. Our week has not been for the faint-hearted. Oh, Kaz had a bad week. Barbara Bruce is from Manchester. Oh, just on the other side of it with a very small little island. But thank you so much, Barbara, for being here. Genuinely, honestly, appreciate it. Really appreciate new folk. These people who are always here, right? Jesus, they grind me down, Barbara. I do like somebody new to come in and say hello from time to time. Honest to God, ladies, right? I know this is men's said, this is like a men's thing, right? But this one, right, is there's a one called Super. I'm going to show you a video of it, and it will creep you ladies right out. It's horrible. We've lost some legends this week. Ozzy Osbourne and the Hulkster. Coldplay, Epstein, new porn controls are in place. I've got some thoughts as well for lately. I've been thinking AI companions, devil's breath drug, men need hobbies, tip culture. We're going to talk about tip culture. I think it's time to address it. The race to the bottom, sunsuckers, weird stories. We've got the easiest lyrics ever wrote. We've got a Boeing that disappeared, and we've got the myth of the Dutch oven. That is it. That is us this week. Look at the size of my hair. Look at the size of that. Man. I've not had my hair cut right for... Fuck knows, I haven't had my hair cut for months. Months and months. Just because I'm lazy. I'm such a lazy twat when it comes to hair cutting. I need to get started. Jeff, how are you doing, pal? Thank you so much for jumping in, buddy. Appreciate you always. Let's just see whether I'm live on Rumble. I think I am. I think I'm live on Rumble. I'm fucking live across the I'm live across everything. IH. Evening. Oh, that's Cookie Boy. Is that right? IH, are you Cookie Boy? Let me join up the names. Shave it off. Shave it off. Do you know what, Kaz? Like, I do want to shave it off. And have like just a one blade. Purely for I just ease. It's just the easiest thing to do for a man. Then you don't have to ever think about it. But at my age, right, having a strong head of hair is something to be proud of. So it's kind of like I didn't want to shave it off because like it's I want to be proud of it. I don't want to just blend in, right, with all the middle-aged bald dudes. I've got a good head of hair. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I need to be able to share it with the world. Right, but not when it's too big because I end up wearing a cap constantly. So how we doing, everybody? Tough weeks, easy weeks, good weeks. What's been happening? You tell me. We're going to jump into what went down, right? And this week, I've somehow fixed all of those technical problems we had last week, where it wasn't launching and the things weren't braided. Do you know what, Kaz? You see it braided. Did I during like lockdown? In lockdown. Yeah, there was no barbers open. You couldn't do any barbers for like I don't know, like a year. And I am ashamed to say this, right? But I had a man bun for a bit, so I could shave the sides and the back, but the top I was like, oh, and I didn't want to go baldy, so I went man bun. Fucking, I did that. That's the thing I did. When I was a kid, not a kid, like not like a child, like 20, I'd done this thing where I had a shaved head and a blonde fringe. That was like in 1996 or something. Barbara, by the way, do you need any designer or editor who is working with you? I don't, Barbara. I don't. AK-47. Our eldest has a man bun. But it's all right if you're a young'un to have a man bun. That's fine because like the footballers do it. But when you're middle aged, it's not the right look, Christy. Right? It's not the right look. I'm drinking from the wrong cup. I'll have to dig out the goblet is up there. I'll grab the goblet in a moment. Righty then. Barbara, you're not teasing me, yeah? You haven't came here to sell your wares, to sell your designer and editor needs. I thought we were building a good relationship here, Barbara. You're not here just to sell us something, are you? He's 13. When he wears it down, I call him Karen. I started going grey in my mid-20s. Mates used to take the piss, but at least I have the choice of going grey now whilst they're all bald as badgers. My hair is getting thicker, not thinner. That's higher testosterone pulling through then, dude. Right. We're going to go with it. So we're going to do what went down. I've got some really cool shit for what went down. Because obviously this week's been a bit of a big week. We'll start with... Oh, fucking, this is a wild one, this, right? This is really, really wild. The fuck happened there with my what went down thing? Let me just go back and see if I can fix that. doing live shit there. I don't know what's happened there. Did you see this story? Here. This is a fella, right? I'll get myself positioned better. This was in the hospital. This dude was walking through the hospital, and for some reason he's like walked into an active MRI scanning situation. He wasn't the person to be scanned, but he's walked into the MRI scanner. Have you ever seen what they do with the MRI scanner? It's like super high powerful like magnets. This dude's walked in there and he's got to get a metal chain, and that's just caught him, and he's just been dragged into the MRI scanner, and he's been choked to death. Whilst I believe like somebody was in there. There was a video, right? I've got Pornhub. That's something else. That's well, you didn't see that. That's something else. Reggie, you didn't see that one, pal. Where is it? Let me just quickly. I'll go off and I'll come back. Right. Fucking. Oh, here it's here. Here it's here. Look at the strength of these fuckers. Right.
But it happened in real life. It all went down.
Watch this.
This is like something out of a Final Destination movie, but it happened in real life. It all went down this past Wednesday afternoon at 4:30 when 911 gets a call for an emergency at NASA Open MRI in Westbury, New York. 61-year-old Keith McAllister had brought his wife Adrian in for an MRI of her knee. Here's where the story starts to differ. Adrian says the technician brought Keith into the room so that he could help her get out of the machine. The employees say Adrian started to shout out for help, which caused Keith to come running into the room. Employees say they were telling him not to open the door because the machine was in use, but he entered regardless. Either way, when Keith McAllister opened the door, the MRI machine started reacting to the 20-pound chain around his neck. The machine started pulling Keith into the machine, choking him. The chain had a large lock on the end, so they weren't able to get it off. Right. And the technician and Adrian tried pulling him away from the machine, but they were unable. Adrian says her husband waved goodbye, and his body went limp in her arms. Keith was then transferred to a local hospital, but died the next day after succumbing to his injuries.
Fucking hell. Well, I did a really poor story, poor job of that story, because I didn't see what had actually happened, did I? I thought it was just a random dude. But you've heard the story there. 20-pound chain. A 20-pound chain. That is a lot. Richie, what's 20 pound in kilo? That is a lot. Richie, I shaved mine completely when my sister was going through chemo. I've just continued to keep. Oh, well done, Richie, lad. Richie, you're always like the kind of you're always like the good guy, aren't you, dude? Do you know Richie does like loads and how many is it platelets or is it blood or is it platelets that you give? You do like every couple of weeks, don't you? Richie's a good guy. Richie's a really good guy. Boss D's been in loads. Have you? Louds. 20 pound. That is a lot. That's a big chain. That's like a dude with a chain and a proper lock on it, right? Well, you know what? Well, there you go. That was. Imagine dying like that though, being sucked off by an MRI scanner. Not the best way to go. That's the MRI guy. Anybody else see that on platelets? 416 donations. Mr. T level. Aye, that is right. That's right. But if it was 9 kilo, fucking that's heavy, that, isn't it, really? 9 kilo. Jeez, 9 kilo. That is quite heavy. I've been sucked up by worse. Mark just says that out loud. Mark's just saying that out loud. And Reggie's in the room. And his missus is in the room. And he's just saying that out loud. Well, I'm saying it out loud. He's typing it. Mark got excited. Well, Mark would. How we're doing then? Right, so that's the first one. Next thought. Let me get rid of that. One. Oh, Beatty's in. Me too, Mark. And a lot heavier. I tell you what, though. If Beatty lets me tell stories, I'll tell stories. Beatty, can I tell me if I'm allowed to say about last Saturday? And I will. Right, I'll give you a treat. I'll not go into all the details, dude, obviously, but I will talk about some of it. So, Tell you what's a really good one. The internet and the people of the internet, you never, ever, ever stop. Disappointing. Check this out. So remember last week we done the Coldplay cam. So in the Coldplay concert last week, right, there was this guy. He was a CEO of a company called Astronomer. He was caught having an affair with his head of HR. Right, being caught. Right. Start with the dog, mate. Tell him anything, mate. I'm a special person, right? I will tell you about something that Beatty done last Saturday. Fucking, it's horrible. I'll tell you that. So, you know what I mean? It was massive. We are all different. We are all different. The universe requires uniqueness, mate, and you are unique. You're one of God's own prototypes, without a doubt. But the Coldplay cameraman, he caught. He caught this CEO having an affair with his head of HR, right? And now, when they're doing these kind of kiss cams and all that, everybody is any names of course, and everybody is doing the astronomer thing. So watch this; it's really, really good. This is really, really good. Let me just make sure it's only 22 seconds. Make sure it's got sound. The internet does not disappoint us ever. The internet does not. Can I get a sound check? What's the sound like? Is the sound okay on this or not? Please let me know. Am I live on YouTube? I must be live on YouTube. JEEZO, yeah. Am I live? Yeah, that's fine. I am. Let's get off of let's get off Wi-Fi. Let's do that. Alright then. Just make sure I can see that I am live, I'm real. YouTube is the place I want it all to be, FYI. I want it all to be over on the YouTubes where I can. Howdy Jeff lad. Oh, I've got a question for you, Jeff, actually. I'll send you on DM. Because YouTube is where I want to try to grow everything. It is much better for streaming. It's a much more stable platform for streaming. It's better for chat, all that, and it's got loads of eyeballs, right? X is really, really crushing us. I'm not going to go on a kind of a little whinge-a-thon, because I did that last week, didn't I? I did a bit of a whinge-a-thon. So I ain't doing that. Not this week. I ain't doing no whinge-a-thoning. But I want to try to get into the YouTube. Rumble, I'm live on Rumble. I've never been big on it. There's only 20-odd followers. Nobody's said any messages yet. But Rumble's good because it's recording and it won't. It's like X. They won't cancel us because it's Rumble, right? So it's there. On Rumble, I've got all of the old seasons of the old season of JEEZO It's Friday. So the original ones. I was going to use the original content for breaks, but fucking hell, it was so shit back then. It was really shit. 2023 was really, really shit. Now, this, you'll probably think this is shit, but this compared to then is like a well-oiled, bloody corporate machine with people around it and that. Compare to what I used to do then. He made 11 or 12 million a year. Lost his family. Wow, to be making this. Well, do you know what? So we had to come off the hot, sexy last pass with her dog off lead and mine. Alright. But yeah, Beatty's got a thing, right? I'll say that. I'm going to say this one out loud, Beatty. Beatty's got this thing where. Let me cap straight. Beatty's got this thing where, if he sees a lass, and they look in his direction, he thinks oh, she must like us. So he gets himself prepared for a chat. That's Beatty's way. But do you know what wasn't said about that whole Coldplay thing? It all came out with the CEO, the dude, he's got a wife. But you know the head of HR, the lass that he was hugging, the reason why she hid her face and moved out of the way, it wasn't just to save his grace. She's married as well. She's married. So she's having an affair. Where's all that outrage? Right? And that's true. all the outrage is thrown at him. Where's the outrage thrown at her? Like, there should be total mega outrage at her. She's been having an affair. Like, so's he, but so's she. JEEZO, what's that? That was Coldplay, Cam, cosplayer, I've called that one. Flatliner, few primates practice monogamy. She's quit now. I saw that, Christy. She has. Few primates practice monogamy. Yeah, it's not. You're right. Flatliner. Like, Flatliner's diving into like proper like science, right? Because what Flatliner's saying there is, it's not a normal monogamy. Isn't. Oh, whoa, JEEZO, Rumble. Who cares? 71 is in the house in Rumbles. Did that flash up or not on the screen? Who cares? I've got my first Rumbler. Nice one, Rumbler. Rumbler is kind of spamming a bit with some cool little gifs over in Rumble, and see that. Oh, Tiger's popping in as well, is she? Tiger gave me a bit of a hard time last week, didn't she? I'll try and make amends with Tiger. I'll see. I'll see how I feel. I'll see how I feel. Gibbons apparently. Yeah, I'm only fuming, man. I'm only funning, man. Just stand outside her house. I'll wait till she comes out in the morning. Hey, man. I tell you what, Bates. Right, I've got this video, this creep video, and it is really creepy. Right, it's like an internal house camera. Like what you've got, Bates. Your internal house cameras and some of the shockers that you film. Right, and I know I'm kind of like hinting to a lot of shit here. A bit Batesy. But anyway, that was that one. Fuck, I can't believe this is real. But yeah, I can. No, Bit's not creepy. No, sorry, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean Bit's like a creepy guy. He just does creepy things. This is like kind of like happening. Well, we've not heard from Joshua yet, right? But if you watched, last Saturday night, it was fight night, right? I haven't filmed anyone married. It's for your cat and dog, of course. It's for your cat and dog. Yeah, of course it is. It's for your cat and dog. Last Saturday night was fight night, right? And fight night was Alexander Usyk against Daniel Dubois. I went down Bates's actually, so Paul's van life. I went down Bates's to watch it. Had a few drinks and all that kind of jazz. I'll tell you what happened at the end, which will scare you. But it was a decent fight, right? Usyk won quite convincingly, actually, right? Dead easy. At the end of it, though, right? Bitty, you don't remember this, right? At the end of it, Jake Paul got into the ring and squared off against Usyk. So Usyk, the undisputed, unbeaten heavyweight champion, he holds 5 belts. Also undisputed cruiserweight champion. I mean, the best there is, pound for pound, best there is, right? Without a doubt. And Jake Paul's getting his face. How is he get allowed in the ring? Well, he's allowed in the ring because he's a massive name in boxing, and that's what people don't like. That people don't like the fact that Jake Paul, who's fighting MMA, ex-MMA guys and retired folk and all that, is actually a really big name in boxing because he is a big name. People don't like it. I get it, but he's a massive, massive name. He's getting in. He said, "I want to fight Anthony Joshua." And the guy who's running Riyadh and all that kind of jazz out in Saudi Arabia, but the money man who's billions and billions, he's Riyadh's money. This dude is I said, "Oh yeah, let's back it. Let's get Jake Paul against Anthony Joshua." Now, Jake Paul would have to step up to heavyweight to fight an active ex-champion in Joshua. And that is wild because he is actually active and he has still got his head set on doing well. He's still got his head set on being the champion again. He's talking about a 2026 fight in Wembley with what you call it? Boss T's moved to Rumble. Yo. Who cares? Jake Paul is WWE with gloves on. He is actually who cares. Well done. Who cares. Thank you for seeing that. Cause with just the gifts, I didn't know if you were real or not, or some kind of bot. But you're right, he is. His brother is in WWE, isn't he? What's the other one called? Jake Paul and... Fuck, what's the other one called? What's the other Paul brother? Logan Paul? Logan Paul, he's in WWE. Anyway, the reality this is, I think this will happen. The money is massive. The money around this will be absolutely this could well be one of the biggest fights ever. And I know people don't want to hear that, but this genuinely could be the biggest fight of all time. Like, because Jake Paul's got a massive following. People want to see him get braid. Anthony Joshua's a proper heavyweight boxer. He would fucking kill him. 100%. There's no way that he wouldn't kill him. As in, like, he wouldn't do what everyone else has done, where I throw like 3 punches around. No, he's active. He wants to be the champion. He's got a lot of money. He's not like the rest. But the thing is, right, Jake Paul could easily get beat, which he will do, like in 20-30 seconds, right, and be like, oh, it's fine. He could be saying, oh, it's fine. I stepped up and fought heavyweight. Yeah, of course I got beat. What else? And just move on. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's wild. Well, I mean, remember, he got beat off Tommy Fury, so he's definitely going to get beat off Anthony Joshua. But I see that as being a real, genuine thing. I see that happening. I genuinely see that being the thing that happens. What say all of you guys? I can't stand Joshua, but hope he smacks Jake Paul down. I think Joshua's kind of like a really, really, like, kind of like a cheap Lennox Lewis in my mind. I'm not a big fan of him. I'm not a fan of his style. I don't like it. Usyk is one of the finest boxers of the last 25 years. Imagine him in his prime versus Tyson in his. Tyson in his prime, for me, right, is the greatest boxer of all time. Prime Tyson is undefeatable. He's the tip of the spear when it comes to boxing. He was the tippy top. Usyk's a great fighter without a doubt. Tyson, I mean, that's obviously everybody has their own opinion. I tell you what, Flatliner, I tell you who I really, really like and rate is the British guy, young British lad in London, Moses Atuma. He's really good, fast, strong, all that. Prime Tyson I think is unbeatable. I've got this really old Ring magazine off of the early 90s, and it's like old. It's in the print is like a black and white paper type of print. It's like a prized possession, which I don't know where it is, so it's not a prize, is it? And it has Tyson up against all the legends, Sonny Liston and Ali. It says that Ali beats him, but he doesn't. Ali would not beat a prime Tyson without a doubt. And quick two, first or second, Usyk can take a dig. Usyk's good, like Usyk's really, really good. I mean, Dubois didn't have much of a chance at all, really. To be fair, he really didn't. It was a good night, bits with it. Do you want us to should I talk a little bit about what happened afterwards or not? You let me know if I can talk about that. You let me know if I can tell the gang about that, or if you want to leave that for the WhatsApp crew. What I've done is I've getting rid of Discord. So a few of you guys did jump in on the Discord chat, so thank you. But Discord's not really a popular app. It's not a place you go to do stuff unless you're a mega gamer. So for me and for my audience ish, we aren't young gamers, right? We're kind of and I'm saying this with love. I'm genuinely saying this with love. We're kind of middle-aged folk. Yeah, we're Gen Xers, really. So people weren't going to do Discord, so I cancelled it. And I've set up and I've started a WhatsApp community for Men Said. For the men. Sorry, but for the men. And I'm on board and fellas at the minute. Right, getting some guys in where it's gonna be good fun. We've had some good chats today. It's been pretty decent, right? So let me know if you're up for it to be in it. got to pass a vetting process, which is just basically are you cool or not, I guess. But it's starting to be a bit of a good place, right? It's gonna be safe. I'm only 38. Actually, Christy, do you know what middle-aged is? Middle-aged starts at 36. At 38, Christy, you're deep into middle-aged. I'm 46. I'm kind of like entering some kind of like fucking old age level shit. What we got here? Tyson Fury acted like a knob. Oh, do you know what, Kaz? Oh, he's not going to after Usyk kneeled. I was going to do it on, was it Saturday or Sunday? It must have been Sunday or Monday. I was going to go for a run in the morning. I do like to go for a run. I don't like it. Actually, I absolutely despise it. But I do want to do it. And I thought, oh, do you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a parody. I'm going to do a run. I'm going to do it as a bit of a parody. Because straight away the next day he was like, oh, Usyk, you big dosser. Why don't you fight me, you dosser real man? Man, no man born a woman can deal with me. I'm a fighting man from fighting family. Like, do you know what I mean? Reminds me of like Sam Dingle a little bit. Actually, Tyson Fury. I hope he doesn't see this. But he does have a bit of the Sam Dingles about him. I was going to do one about me streaming. I'm a streaming man from streaming family. No man born a woman can stream better than me. I was going to do that. I didn't, but I should do, right? I hate running because I've got massive wingers. I think you mean wangers, and that means boobies. Middle age starts at what? 40? The big question is, when does it end? I think it's 36 it starts, you know, actual middle age. Talk about the Sat night, but keep it nice. She's a friend of mine and wouldn't ever be nasty. Might be hard to see anything on here, but not being nasty. I'm not going to see a shit, dude. You're right. F off. 64. Oh, Jeff's hitting probably the back end at middle age. Jeff. Kaz, I'm from Morecambe. Big pikey. Used to like him till he had no manners. He's got any manners at all. He's got knee manners. His father is the same, and that incident when he nutted a young lad and came off worse was disgusting. It's a professional sport. Betsy's getting fucking real serious. Real hard. Right. So what was that one? Up. Paul versus Joshua. Right. I'll tell you what. Let's get rid of that one then. Oh, here's one for you. Betsy. Here's one for you. New porn rules come into force at the end of UK. Right. Now, I'm not one for it. Never have been. Right. I'm kind of in the minority because I think there's like a statistic which is like 80 or 90% of men are kind of like big into pornography. I am not at all. Never, ever have been. Like, I've seen it, but I didn't watch it. So I'm the 10%. I don't know why. I don't know. Honestly, God, I don't know why. But it's never been a thing for me. It's like strippers and stuff. Never, ever done anything for me. Not a thing for me at all. Right? But a lot of other people are. Beatsy's saying I'm gay, but he's told him, look, he says, I've signed up, mate. So from now on, right, in the UK, you kind of just like go on to I want that to be kind of there. Oh, there. You kind of just go on anymore and I go on Pornhub or whatever. Now you need to kind of like verify that your age. So I think previously, Beatsy, you tell me, right? I think previously you would have just clicked like what you call it? Like I am over 18. Click. Now you've got to give like your credit card details, right? A flatline, I checked out X-Hamster earlier purely for research purposes, and we can report that a VPN defeats their pathetic attempt at censorship easily. Flatliner is our main journalist out there, and guess what? Beatty said the same thing as well earlier on a WhatsApp chat. Beatty was on the X-Hamster as well, so there he's gone, you weirdos. He's got a route into Porn Life tonight after this. Didn't be doing any of that whilst I'm on screen, right? Didn't be doing any of that whilst I'm on the telly, right? Wait till I'm off telly, and then you can do what you want. But yeah, from now on, right? From now on, if you want to, apart from X-Hamster and VPNs, you're going to have to give credit card details. But who the fuck's going to do that to a porn company? Or, apparently, you might have to do a AI age verification where you take a screenshot of your face and it checks to see whether you're 18 or not. That is wild. Imagine the faces. I've done this face here with AI. I kind of typed in a kind of like, do me a picture of a dude, right, who's confused, trying to log into porn for the first time. He has to do a face shot. And that's it. And that's the picture that I got. So I checked that out. No, it does just said it was in New York and straight in, unless you run a multi-PC setup. What porn sites ask for credit cards? Yeah, X-Hamster isn't. So anyway, right, the purpose of this wasn't to give you all guys tips around workarounds. I'm not here to do porn workarounds. Right, that's not the purpose of this. I thought it was a funny story, and because I'm not really bothered about it, because I'm not. If you know me. If I was, I would tell you. I ain't bothered about it. I just thought it was a funny story. I didn't realise you guys would start bloody doing research and throwing around suggestions of workarounds. Like, fuck. You better be careful what you click on. One wrong click and your front page is bombed with the genre. Oh, I mean, like, I'm assuming, like, I mean, Batesy, I mean, Paul's Van Life. I'm assuming the algorithms have stretched. Right, I'm assuming they're stretched, but trying to deal with his questions. I feel Flatliner is probably not far behind as well, because he's been doing some research. Jeff's talking about multi-PC setups. That seems pretty deep. Stop saying I'm not asked. Just make a Mensaid account that we can all log into. Like a Mensaid OnlyFans. Is that what you want? Anyway, I'm fucking 62. If I can get around their daft attempts, then you can bet any teenager will have no trouble. Aye, of course you're right. So that was. I didn't expect this to cause such a stir, right? Yeah, hamster porn's a bit different. Mark told me about the porn block. He said that before he'd even said hello to you. Mark's waking his missus up. Whoa, wake up, quick. What's up? Is the house on fire? The kids alright? Fucking hell, you got to give your credit card details for porn now? Jeez, dude. Well, anyway. I'm just bringing the news, right? I'm just telling you the news. Tell you what though, that's my biggest thing of the day. 400 views on that one, so that's been a big one. Fucking hell, I've seen this shit. I can't believe this is real. This is fucking really worrying. Like, kinda. Fuck. Squirrels are turning carnivorous. So in California here, right, they've observed squirrels hunting like voles, like actually going and hunting them, grabbing them, shaking them, biting their necks and killing them. Squirrels are them little dudes, remember? Right, that run up the trees and eat nuts. Like cute, nice, totally not carnivorous. Now they're thinking like, fucking get me some vole, and they're going out and hunting voles. What the actual fuck? How does a herbivore? Now, obviously you'll recognise my lack of knowledge and intelligence on any subject. There might not be a herbivore that eat nuts, right? So there might be some kind of nutivore. I don't know what does a nut eater eat? They're still eating nuts. If they're male voles, yeah, they're still eating voles nuts. So they are eating nuts. But this is, it said that it doesn't matter. Watch out, Starmer will get you. Starmer's going to get me. Or who cares, said Starmer's going to get me. Starmer tried to get me last year, actually. That's why there was the collapse of Mensaid. This was... Oh, D's gone. Men's, this was actually quite... Who cares? Give me a follow if you can. Who cares? Oh, I think you have. Have you? If you have, cool. If not, there. This was actually quite big this time last year. And then Starmer got me because I said some anti-Starmer stuff. Roxy on X. They'll sometimes eat baby birds in their nests. The fuck? I did not think that squirrels were like bad for little animals, but apparently they're going around and kicking ass. Check that out. Let one go in your pants and you will find out. Watch out, Storm. Let one go in your pants and you will find. Oh, I think that is about squirrels and nuts. That's about squirrels and nuts. You can't see the Rumble chat on here for some reason. It doesn't read across. But hello, Roxy. Thank you for jumping in. Good to see you. Anybody, please, if you're on YouTube, please give this a like. Please comment in the comment section as well as the chat. If you're on X, please give it a like and please give it a reshare. All that kind of jazz. Also, at the end of the show, I will go to NGL. I'll go to Not Gonna Lie. If you've got a question, if you've got something you want to say but you just didn't want to say it out loud, hit me up anonymously. In the last 5 minutes, I'll hit NGL and I'll have a look to see what we got. The link on NGL, I mean, it's been on the banner. It's been running across advising you to do that, right? So there's no excuse for not. The link is in the description somewhere. Right, rooms. I've seen this and it's wild, but hey, they aren't hurting anyone. Live and let live. Where I see everyone. Do I Bitsy? What's that? Some people go in a dark place and swinging. Swinging? Fucking hell. What am I swinging for? And a friend told me there's a site called Fab Swingers where single men and women and couples post pics, vids, meet up and go on live on the cam. Why is Bitsy on about? What was that about? Bitsy went down the swinging route. It was Swingathon last weekend. Do you see the footage? Do you see the Swingathon footage? Pretty wild. Wonder how many men or women have vids from exes on their phone or tablet or PC and use a hidden folder to store them. This is just basically admitting shit now, right? He's admitting shit through the form of question. He's just he's right. Oh, I wonder how many people would do this. Basically being one. I now live alone. Don't even need to hide films away anymore in a folder called porn. You have to be careful that the tab is closed on your phone though for when open the internet on the customers. At the customers? Cookie boy, who are your customers? Who are your customers? Anyway, that was Carnivorous Squirrels. This one is a sad tale. Hamster. Fucking hell, I'm not even... What time is it? 1942. I'm only halfway through the news. Fuck, I'm only halfway through the news. See this? This fella here. This is a photo of a fella's bedroom who did not consume anything other than beers for an entire month, and he died. He was a dad, and he just didn't even get rid of the bottles. He just kept on putting the bottles there. So there's no more to the story than that. I've seen this photo a couple of times, or versions of the photo. It feels like a really I don't know. It feels intentional. Do you know what I mean? It feels intentional. Rather than being the actions of a accidental alcoholic, to be buying the exact same beer constantly over and over and over again, laying all the bottles down, not getting rid of them. There's no hiding it. It feels really intentional. Has anyone else seen this one? Because this is a wild one. This is a real wild one. I didn't even put that on the list. I didn't even put that on the list. Who would have a hidden folder, says Mark? Because, you know what? I'm getting you too excited, haven't I? I've peaked early, haven't I? I've peaked too early, and you're all now dead excited because you're still talking about the story off of 3 stories ago. You're still there. Right, we're going to go for a break. What I'm going to do is, we've still got stuff to go through. We've got Hunter Biden's is amazing. I'm going to go straight to Hunter Biden. We'll talk about that when I come back. So Hunter Biden, right? You know who Hunter Biden is? Hunter Biden is Joe Biden, ex-president of the United States, his son. Right? Like, liability. Total liability fella. He's drink and drugs and prostitutes and filming it and posting it and all that kind of shit. I got loads of... I think we all need a break. We all do need a break after that. Right? He's been interviewed recently, and he's been talking about his coke addiction and making crack. And he gets like kind of like pretty excited about it. Like, he's kind of like all in. And I don't think the interviewer like really wanted to go down this route. So here we go. I'm going to go for a quick break. I'm going to leave it on here, on this type of screen, right? And it's more of an audio thing, so I'll just leave it as a small screen. But here we go.
Your neighborhood. The only difference between crack cocaine and cocaine is sodium bicarbonate and water and heat. Literally,
that's it.
That's it.
And those things are pretty much free if you go to like a science store.
This is free. You can go to your neighborhood convenience store and just get. Anyway, I don't want to tell people how to make crack cocaine, but it literally is a mayonnaise jar of cocaine and baking soda.
How different is the experience?
It's vastly different. And like for real, I feel really reluctant to kind of have some euphoric discussion. I know you're not asking me to do that, but have some euphoric discussion about crack cocaine.
I think this might be kind of the opposite here.
Okay, no, it's the exact opposite. I'm saying I don't want to have the experience of some euphoric recall. That's how powerful crack cocaine is. Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite. When you make crack, what you're doing is you're burning off all the impurities so that it combines with the sodium bicarbonate, which makes it smokable. That's all. You know, all of these actors and, you know, people in the past that talked about they had a problem with cocaine and freebasing. They were smoking crack.
So straw on the stove is the same thing?
Not exactly, but close to it. But it's a little bit different. But anyway, my point about it, your point about it, which I think is true, is that there's a thing about crack that is really insidious. And what it is that any time, I think one of the reasons that they believe that smoking cigarettes is so addictive is because it combines three really important things. It's habit forming, there's an oral fixation, and there is a ritual combined with it. And so the idea of hand to mouth is a habit and a fixation that we learn very early, even as children. With a pacifier, with a spoon, with your thumb, to breastfeeding. Okay, so I don't want to get into the psychology of it because I'm no expert, but I do know this, is that you combine with that ignition, combustion, and then you combine the ritual. You have your cigarette in the morning, you have your cigarette when you get out of the car, you have your cigarette with your coffee. Crack is that on steroids. It's over and over. There's ritual to it. There's a ritualized part of it. The combination of all of those addictive behaviors together becomes like really powerful. And the drug in and of itself is a more immediate euphoric sensation and connected to it than, in my experience, cocaine alone.
Does it require more frequency to maintain the high?
Yes. And the capacity to use more than you could otherwise with powder cocaine, just physically to be able to ingest it.
So you're kind of saying that cocaine.
That's me, innit? JEEZO. I put in some old Bosch T tunes there. JEEZO. Right, that was confusing. How wild is that, though? How wild is that? So, Who Cares 71? Howdy, Who Cares 71? Thank you so much, right, for being in the Rumbles. Thank you so much. Jump in on the YouTubes if you ever get a chance, right? I'm really trying to grow YouTube, but I really appreciate being there, Rumble. Thank you, Who Cares. Who Cares is seeing, because you can't see this, right? That's one sitting for Andre the Giant. That's one sitting for Andre the Giant. What was that? But that'd be about drink, is it? Drink or drugs? Andre was a bit. Actually, I've got some Andre stuff coming up. Actually, Hunter Biden the crackhead. Crack is healthier. Just fucks up your head and heavy addiction. That's wild. He basically got a bit excited, didn't he? Right? He basically got a little bit excited that he was like kind of like, oh, I don't want to talk about how amazing crack is, but and the interview was like, no, we don't want to talk about that. But like the euphoric nature of all you need to do is it's clean, it's cleaner. Like, who knows? Is it better than alcohol? Yeah, it's better than alcohol. Like, what the fucking dude? Everybody's thinking, fancy trying crack. Like, yeah, it's a good advert for crack. Quite fancy that, man. Call that man is mental and talking like a proper crackhead. I've met them at my old address. Unreal. I know all the trouble that happened in that street. I'd love to do, right? Do you know Boss T? Me and Boss T did the one and only podcast I've ever done, right? Which was just called Me and Boss T. We done one and we talked a bit about Boss T's history. Boss T's got a very colourful past, right? And Boss T, I'm not throwing you out there because we're into porn and drugs. Sorry, mate. Right? No, he's he's DJ from Brighton and that, Hacienda Life, all that kind of shit. Right? It was good. It was a really, really good chat. I would fucking love, Beatty, to do a podcast with you to talk about your past, mate. It'd be amazing. It'd be such a fucking eye opener for folk. It'd be amazing. I can't tell any of the stories unless you give us permission. We should totally do that in the same setting. I wanted a rice cooker and made a screenshot. Shop assistant snatched phone to get a better look at the one I wanted. He accidentally closed the gallery and so reopened it. Wasn't a rice cooker he saw. Oh my good God. Cookie boy. Anyway, boys and the good fellas, if we do have good fellas out there, right, tell them all, mate, from that place, you should come here and we should do a me and Bates. I'll interview you on your past. Hey, where that, Batesy? Would you do that? Would you fancy that? An interview, sit down interview. That'd be pretty fucking cool, wouldn't it? That'd be really good. That'd be really good. Honest to God, guys, be funny as. Anyway, as I'm saying, what am I saying? For the good fellas, yes. What I'm doing, Discord didn't work, right? It's for gamers, right? Young gamers didn't work. But I'm creating a WhatsApp community. I fetched a few of the lads in who's in here tonight to kick it off and start it off. A safe space for fellas, right? To have a laugh, like a genuine laugh. Safe space. Connected to men and all the shit I post. Obviously builds up and supports trying to push JEEZO It's Friday because I really want this to grow and get better and better and better. If you do fancy it, right, give us a shout and we'll have a chat. Get you in. It is a safe space though, right? It's not just a open for anybody. Right then. Oh, man, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this on screen. Fucking hell. So it's been a bad week for Legends this week because we lost Ozzy Osbourne. Of which I'll be honest with you, I've got an Ozzy Osbourne one here. I wasn't a fan of Black Sabbath. I do know a few of the tunes. Like when you hear them, you know them. I wouldn't know who they were or name them. Just that wasn't me. I did like Ozzy because of like when the Osbournes took off. Do you know what I mean? It was like early reality TV days, and he is what he is. There was no like hiding who he was. He's a British fella, so it was sad when Ozzy died. It was sad, especially he'd done his final show a couple of weeks back. But Hulkster. Hulk Hogan died yesterday of a heart attack, and this one stings because when I was a kid, I was born in '79, Gen X. So I was like what teenager, 13 was like what 92? Would that be 92? So like my final kind of childhood years before I was a teen, I was a massive WWF fan, big WWF fan. I remember. Things like SummerSlam and WrestleMania kind of 6 and 7, you could only watch it by grabbing hold of a VHS of it. So you had to lend a VHS or a copy. Remember VHSs, right? There'd be like copies because you get double deck VHSs and you would just copy a movie to another movie. And every time I copied, the quality was shit because you're not transferring data as such, right? Can you remember that? Doing double stacked VHS or even Betamax double stackers and copying movies. Maybe he's renting a movie and then just copying across, putting the tape across the back and all that kind of shit. Well, when I was a kid, WrestleMania and SummerSlam were massive, and Hulk Hogan was like basically my Superman. He was Superman for me, and still he was really big through the noughties, through the called Attitude Era. He was a really big part of that in wrestling. He's been in he had his own movies which weren't successful, but he was in the background of things. He was Thunderlips in Rocky 3, was it? Yeah, he was. Then you had Macho Man. The Macho Man was in the first Spider-Man, and I love the old school wrestlers. Fucking love them. And this one stings. It does sting a bit. He was on Joe Rogan a year ago, maybe 6 months ago, and he was going through a lot, painkillers, because he's had loads of operations on his back. But he looked good. He looked well. He talked well. In fact, I've seen a video of him. That was off of just 2 days ago, where he was doing. It looked as if he was doing well, but oh man, losing Hulk Hogan, man. Honestly, God, that stings, because you can't see this in my room. There's a little shelf over here on the wall, and on that shelf I've got these 1980s Hasbro wrestling figures that I used to collect, and I've got loads in the loft, but there I've got 3. I've got Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, and Macho Man. I've got the 3 of them, and I know that sounds like that's childish because there's toys in that, but I don't care. It's sad. That is a sad one. It wants to be a sad one. Ozzy and Hulk Hogan passed it. That piece of shit Biden is still alive. It isn't fair. I mean, JEEZO Biden's still rolling around. What's all that about? Back in the days when that was a big deal. Thanks, Richie. That was one. Basic Instinct, Sharon Stone. Tell you what, right? Sharon Stone on Basic Instinct. Well, you know the thing, didn't you? Lads, you're not, well, fucking hell, all of us know. Because we're all men of a particular age, right? That would have hired or got hold of a VHS copy of Basic Instinct and try to pause it at a time when she opens up her legs. Now, that's what the references is in the chat. She opened her legs up, right, and people used to pause it to the point where, when you'd watch that bit, it would go and go because the tape being stretched that much from pausing, right? It is the funny flash. It's the most paused piece of cinema in all of history. That bit, just to see Sharon Stone's minge. Wild, isn't it? I couldn't pause it as the tape was damaged. Exactly as I'm saying, bits. The tapes were so damaged on that bit because everybody had paused them. It stretched the tape so it would go out and come back. How wild is that? How horrid. You're getting this tape. I'm seeing how horrid. Beatty's working out how to do voice recognition on X-Hamster tonight. So it's not really that horrid, is it? It's very light, if I'm honest with you. Very light. Yeah, but Hulk Hogan. That was Hulkster. Ladies, I'm gonna show you this one. This is fucking horrid. Right, I've got video footage of this. So, on this one, right, I think it's Australia. I think this might be in Australia, right, where a dude broke into a flat and he spent about 30 minutes in this flat. In the bedroom, in the bed, there was a lady and her partner, boyfriend, fella, right? Hot. So the lady was totally naked on top of the sheets, and this creep keeps on coming back every few minutes, checking it out with a torch. It's fucking really fucking nasty. Read more. Let's read more. There is a video of it. I've seen the video. Oh, he's a really creepy. It's horrible. I've seen the video. Oh, is the video going to work? There's a proper video. 2 seconds. I'll find the video. Here it is here. Oh, it says that El Ladron. It might be Mexico. It might be Mexico! Boss T! Boss T, this might be Mexico. It's not loading. I would have a look on the internet, but probably need to verify now. One mentions that scene. There's a second meaning to that. That's right, call. As students, we hired Dusk Till Dawn twice. Page unresponsive. Let me go back. It is proper wrong. Let me try it again. It's totally wrong. This is not it. This is like an ad. But it says, throughout a 32-minute period, the burglar repeatedly leaves their bedroom and returns to inspect the sleeping woman's body. It's proper shocker. Like, when you go to sleep, you go to sleep. Didn't you? Like, you think, like, oh, everything's fine. But God, it's not working. It's loading ad. But you can see what's going on there anyway. You know what? You can imagine what the story is. Right? She's totally naked. She lies a couple of ways. And this burglar keeps coming back. Like every few minutes, right? And like it's like spying, dressed like a surgeon. Dressed like a surgeon. I'll give it a second, right? And then I'll. Oh, we go.
Aparentemente descansan en su cama con normalidad y sin sobresaltos. Pero de repente, atención a esta imagen. Un hombre encapuchado con una linterna se cuela por la ventana de la vivienda y mira directamente a la cámara de seguridad. Es un ladrón. Se acerca a la mesa en busca de su botín. No encuentra nada y sigue buscando. Finalmente, tras cruzar toda la casa, aparece en la habitación de Alex y Pilar. Hasta ahora estas imágenes podrían haber sido únicamente un robo, pero ojo a lo que ocurre en este dormitorio. Buscan la mesilla, se va, pero vuelve.
It's me, Basti. If he does that to the camera, it's me, Basti. We've got a problem. We've got a problem. Guys, we have a problem. Look at him. JEEZO. That is wild. That's where we go next to the bed. Exactly. How bad is that? How bad is that? Fucking horrid, isn't it? So who cares? Says that's why you have a gun next to it. Exactly why you have a gun next to the bed. I have a baseball bat next to the bed, and I have the baseball bat in a long sports sock because I read that if you swing at someone, right, that if you're not great with the first swing, they catch it, or like under an arm. If it's got the sock on it, you just pull it out of the sock, you get another swing. So it's constantly in a sports sock. Looks like Boss T, he's having a propaganda, isn't he? Reggie, I'm sorry, pal. This isn't the best one to jump in on, but it's an education, man. I guess you're getting educated. Striptease with Demi Moore. As young kids, we weren't exposed to porn. We didn't have the net. Case Catalogue or Grantons was the porn in the 80s. Case Catalogue, how awful! This is a toilet episode, isn't it? It really is. But yeah, Case Catalogue in the underwear section was kind of like the place to be, wasn't it? Bates also used to find like bush porn, didn't you? So in like Reggie's in the garden now, and Mrs. has fell asleep. What with this great content? How she fell asleep? 8 p.m. with this amazing content going on, and please Reggie, this would be like Reggie's like waking up tomorrow, like old. He's waking up like really old, like yeah, like he's like a middle-aged dude. He's right on our path. We've educated Reggie right to middle age. Wakes up in the morning, yeah, Dad, what we're doing today? Fag, whiskey bottle, like yeah, fuck it, pop having it. Richie, I've got 3 Rambo knives next to the bed. Batesy, you like a Rambo knife? Somebody said something. I'm going to go back up a bit because somebody said something about Dusk Till Dawn. The students ride Dusk Till Dawn twice. Kept watching the snake dance scene. The second time we rented it, the snake dance scene was damaged, probably by us. Do you know what? Cookie Boy or IH, whichever. I'll say it, Cookie Boy. I like the name Cookie Boy. Dusk Till Dawn. So he had Salma Hayek. This is Quentin Tarantino. Had Salma Hayek in the movie, and then he wrote in a feet sucking scene because he had a fetish for feet, and then he wrote himself into the scene, and therefore wrote himself into the movie, just so he could suck Salma Hayek's feet. How wild's that? She is hot in that though. Jeez, so hot. Weird. Dust Till Dawn's an amazing movie. It's like 2 movies. The first half, it's like a getaway action thing. Then the second half, it's a horror vampire movie. Wild. I went to see it at the cinema with a lass. I went to see that in the cinema with a lass. I wonder what year that was. That must be like 96 or something like that, I bet. Looks like Boss T's having a propaganda. No shame. Pill. Oh, I've got more shit. JEEZO. Oh! Yusuf's in! Yusuf's in! How's it going? I know, great, isn't it? Says IH. That'll be because of the Quentin Tarantino thing. It's fucking wild, man. Have to add Reggie to the WhatsApp group? Nee chance, Mark. No way. Fuck off. No way, dude. Nah. Honest to God, there are things and then there's things. I mean, it's up to you, dude. Yeah, whatevs. Right. But once BT's on late. 9:30 p.m. Paul's van life will be wild on there, dude. I mean, like things that no one should ever see. Bitty host things for you. Bitty and Blackbird are pals. So Paul's van life, and Blackbird are pals. So that's good. That's how they know each other. Thank you so much, Yusuf, for coming back. Thank you so much. Tarantino's a well-known foot fetish. Dust Till Dawn 96. 96? Fucking hell, aye. Jesus Christ, 96. I went to see it at the cinema. So what was that? Like 17. Did I get down to... No, I didn't get down to Swingfest. I was going to send me best reporter. Oh, that's what you guys could do. You could be my journalists. I was going to send my best reporter, Beatty, down. See what was going on. Mate, there's going to be bad things posted. Mark, I'll control him to a certain point in a WhatsApp group, right? But he can. It's not going to be for faint-hearted, dude. We'll create a new group. In that group is NSFW or whatever you call it. It's a fucking video nasties, right? And he can post what he wants. And if you're in, you're in. Whatevs. Right then. Right. So that was a real mega creep, that dude. What a fucking creep he was. Fuck. I'll touch on this because I've mentioned it already, but Ozzy died this week, didn't he? Which wasn't great, obviously. Like I said, for me, Black Sabbath wasn't much of a thing for me. I'm not like a particular fan, but I did like Ozzy. He came across as just being like totally like authentic and like just like a wild spirit. Like he just was what he was. And he's died, unfortunately. But to be fair, I mean, like Hogan, the Hulkster, right? And Ozzy and Hogan. I mean, both massive drug users. Hulk Hogan, you must have used steroids since the age of like 7, right? Constantly. Ozzy has used everything since the age of 7. So to be kind of like 76 and 71, which is no age nowadays, right? It's no age. But if you get a 76, imagine how good that's going to be. Fucking hell, you'd be thankful, wouldn't you? You don't expect to get a 76. Ozzy was great, and like Lemmy, lived longer than his lifestyle predicted. I mean, like some folk, like Keith Richards, is he still going? Are you still going, Keith Richards? He's still going. How wild's that? He's still proper kicking it. All right. Right, I'm going to wrap up. Ozzy's gone. Hunter, we've done the Hunter Coke thing. Super Creek, we've done all of that, right? I need to go on to lately I've been thinking. So, if I get a 47, mate, I'll be shocked. I was asked to go to a club, but I'm not confident. A club? Do you mean a swingers club? Do you mean swingers club? You don't mean like the club. The club. You don't mean the club. Keith's still going to show. Keith's still going for show. Ah, yeah, Keith's still going for show. It was a while to read that. Keith died 20 years ago, but nobody's told him. Exactly. Me and Busty are lucky to have a brain cell between us, I bet. Poor mate, get yourself a Venetian carnival mask. Will go down much better than your usual. What are we talking about? I was asked to go to a club. So Yusuf was straight in on understanding what you meant by a club. Jeez, so. Right. Yeah. Epstein's back. Who are this? Guess who's... Oh, do you know what as well with Hulk? We talked about Hulk Hogan last week. I wonder if that's a kind of a curse. I wonder whether we've got some kind of curse power. So last week we talked about Hulk Hogan. There was a section called Megan Fox with a dick or Hulk Hogan with a fanny. And you had to pick. And you guys picked Megan Fox with a dick over Hulk. So now Hulk's dead. Fucking hell. Wow. You guys killed Hulk Hogan. In fact, Richie, you were the first one in on that shit. I asked says, what do you want? Do you want Megan Fox with a dick or Hulk Hogan with a fanny? I hadn't even said the word fanny. And Richie was like, yeah, Megan Fox with a dick all day. Maybe we've got some kind of power. Maybe if we put up 2 celebrities each week, right? One or the other, we vote on who should live. Maybe the one who dies. Fucking that's grim, isn't it? Is that against the law? Do you think Keir Starmer allows that? Oh! Deadpool? We'll call it Deadpool. Fucking hell, Deadpool. Deadpool, who dies next? That has got segment written all over it. The Deadpool. Fucking hell, we're doing that. We're definitely doing that. Do Rhaenyra Starmer. Richie, well done, Richie, lad. I like it. Here were the Witches of Sunderland. The Witches of Sunderland? Wasn't you going to talk about old wives' tales? Was that? I don't know, was that? I've got loads to get. Honestly, mate, I'm fucking drowning in content here. I'm not even halfway through. I'm like, I've covered 30 minutes of content so far. And it's an hour and 10 minutes. I've still got another... I've got loads more to fucking get through. Right. So, I love the word fanny. I really miss my mother's... my mother tongue. What are you about? I really miss... Oh, right, okay, sorry. Fucking hell. Whoa, I really went down a different mood. I really miss my mother tongue. That's because Cookie Boy... Right, my mind is because I'm all over the place, right? You're a UK fella living out in, I'm going to say Holland? Is that right? And obviously you talk the Holland. You talk the Holland, don't you? Oh, wait. Who Cares is back. And that's why you're going, all right. They go in threes. Who's next is Who Cares. So Who Cares is our Rumble pal, right? Says it comes in threes. So we've lost Ozzy. We've lost Hulkster. Who dies this weekend? Put in your favourite deaths for this weekend for legends. Put them in here now. Comment there. Put in your comments who dies this weekend. Who's the third? Who Cares is right. Could be me. Like Legend, Batesy. Legend. You'll be fine, man. Right, here we go. So what's this? Oh yeah, listen. Epstein's back. So can you remember last week we done another Epstein one? Because last week there is no list. If you want to, I can't do it. I can't do a Trump. Let's try. What would Trump sound like? Hey. Oh no, it doesn't sound like it. Hey. I can't do a Trump. I can't do any voices. I can't do Trump. Anyway, last week Trump was like, if you're into Epstein, you're a loser. You're a bad person. You're a fake newser. Right. That's what he's banging to. Obviously, he's getting a load of shit for that. Everybody's like saying, like, fucking why, dude? Like, why on earth would you bang on about Epstein? Why would your team bang on about Epstein? And then suddenly, there is no Epstein. Who's Epstein who? Jeffrey what? What? Like, Like, nah, dude, that's like the worst gaslighting I've ever fucking seen, ever. So last week we done Trump, final boss gaslighter. That was the thing. Oh dear, right? Today we're back. We're back on. Check this out.
See a big difference. Because I just want you to explain to me that Ghislaine Maxwell is that on the table. Who's a great lawyer, he's got a great heart, but he's over there now. I don't know exactly what's happening, but I certainly can't talk about pardons. Can you trust what she's telling him? She's a convicted trafficker who's eager to get out of prison. Well, you know, he's a professional lawyer. I think he's been through things like this before. But, you know, you should focus on Clinton. You should focus on the president of Harvard, the former president of Harvard. You should focus on some of the hedge fund guys. I'll give you a list. These guys lived with Jeffrey Epstein. I sure as hell didn't. Thank you very much. Mr. President, this don't be part of the
Jeffrey Epstein is back. So that is a little bit into the Epstein thing. Obviously, Trump can't just ignore Epstein, can it? It's too big. It's too big, and it is the plug that's in the drain of the swamp that everybody in the West wants to pull. Clearly is somehow either implicated or there's influence over him, but he's kind of like thinking, fuck that, like, yeah, this is the thing this is the hill I die on. I'm not dying on this hill. And he's starting to kind of bring back some of the Epstein chatter. So I'm hopeful that we may get a bit of an Epstein list. That was fucking hell, that was the news. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Was that alright? That's the news. I think I could do that for like a TV show. I'm not, maybe GB News. I could do this, couldn't I? Who cares? Trump promised us the whole campaign he was releasing Epstein. In fact, he fucking did. He did. If you are on X, thank you so much for being on X. Please repost and do all that likes and all that kind of thing. If you can find yourself over onto YouTube to be an extra viewer and an extra chatter, that would be amazing. It would be amazing. If you're on Rumble, thank you for being on Rumble or Kick. We had Kickers as well. I really want to try to build the YouTube version because I feel like the best. He's been photographed in the past with Epstein at the island. I tell you what, Jeff. There's there's loads of photos of him with Epstein. Loads. I heard of via Sam Supplier Show. What's that? What is the Sam Supplier Show? Well, anyway, that was what went down. That was what went down. So next, I'm going to do right, fucking hell. Right, next, let's do.
Lately, I've been thinking.
Actually, I'm 70 minutes past a break. We'll do a break. I've got an idea for breaks actually because it's in honor of. It's in honor of Hulk Hogan. So this shouldn't get us banned. Right? I'm going to cut to a break. I'm going to go for a drink. I'm going to come back. What you'll see is it's some legendary moments of Hulk Hogan. Right? We're going to have a bit of that while I do a break, and I'll be back in a second. These are proper legendary. So can I see that? Yeah, best I can see you. I'm read you, pal. I'm read you. I'm just trying. I might just be struggling to keep up with the chat. That's all. But I can see you, pal. Here we go, right? So I'm going to go for a break. I'll be back in a second. Yeah, you'll see us in the camera. Oh man, was that just the intro for Macho Man? Have I been away and all you've seen is the intro for Macho Man? I'm sorry, man. But we'll do another break and we'll see Macho Man versus Hulkster a bit, right? We will do that because fucking hell, man, Hulkster and the Macho Man, the power. What were they called? Fucking hell, the power, the Mega Powers. The Mega Powers, man, they were so fucking good. I'm starting to wonder why this is an Olympic sport. This is for Hogan. And I put Macho Man on. It's Macho Man versus Hogan. That's why. Look. It's Macho Man versus Hogan. I put Macho Man on. Anyway. Oh, I love I like the WWF, but never followed when it went WWE. Poor mate. Google the NWWL. Is Mick McManus in this clip? I've never been a fan of WWE. No, I bet you've not been a fan of you. Obviously, dickhead. Fucking brutal. Fucking hell, brutal. Dude. Obviously, dickhead. Fucking brutal, that. Yeah, you're right. Of course it is. Anyway. I am going to show Hogan slamming Andre. That's the kind of... I've got that lined up, mate. It's on that video. I'm going to show it. That's going to be my next. That's going to be the next break. We'll do another break. Right, we'll do another break, and we'll show that. That was the whole plan. That was the whole plan. Who cares? 71. Elizabeth was smoking hot. Who cares? Is on point? Totally on point with Trump. With the legends dying, with Hunter Biden crackhead, Elizabeth as well. Who cares 71? Who are you? Who cares 71? I feel as if you must be somebody. I feel it because you're on our pitch. Get yourself across to YouTube, dude. You've got to be a dude. Who cares? Got to be a dude. Get on a YouTube. Have a chat with us there as well, so you can chat with everybody else. Follow on X as well, and get in touch, man. Just get in touch. Probably get in touch. DM us so we can have a proper chat. Because you're nailing the points. Elizabeth was smoking hot, and the Macho Man was totally fucking obsessed with Elizabeth and thought everybody was trying to bang her. Now there probably were because it was the WWF, right? And he was mega jealous. Was there a Hulk Hogan Elizabeth thing going on? I think there might have been, you know. I think there might have been. Cole, are the authorities any closer to finding those tickets you got to the Epstein variety show? They are not. They're no closer. You should have shown. Yeah, isn't it all pretend? It is, Kaz, right? But what I'll say is, it's totally all pretend. It is. Wrestling is, right? But the athleticism is real, right? And the pain is real. That's without a doubt. So what you do is you watch and you marvel at the athleticism and the pain. Because some of the pain is absolutely insane, especially in WCW, where they were cutting each other open and all that. It's like, fucking, this is wild. And the choreography and all that, where it's really bad. Not now. In the olden days it wasn't. It was great because everybody was on steroids and coke and that, right? In the 80s, so all the promos were the Ultimate Warriors tweaking out on loads of coke, probably. Macho Man kicking off coke, right? Everyone's on coke, right? They're all going wild. It's just all fun. Now it's like it's unwatchable. You see a promo now, it's like, ugh, it's sick. I really wanted to like it, but I can't. So I have the nostalgia of the 80s and the 90s with these guys. Boss Steve, you asked Colin, the Rockers. What's this? Rather Gladiators. Who were the two fit twins? The Rockers. Fucking hell. Yusuf's just digged in a little bit deep there. So the Rockers was Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. The Rockers. That's a Yusuf. Well done, dude. That's a deep WWF callback that not many people get. Obviously, I do. Right? That's just validating my WWF knowledge credentials. The Rockers, Marty Jannetty, and Shawn Michaels. Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks and my dear. It was still in my day as well. Still in my day. Right, so this is the one I want to talk about. So we're doing now
Lately I've been thinking.
right, later I think so the news is the news. Now into this. Fuck JEEZO. Can you guess what's going on here? This is real, man. This is real. Oh, if I recall right, Hulk Hogan dated Elizabeth. I definitely knew there was a Hulk Hogan Elizabeth thing, and the Macho Man didn't like it. Right? Didn't like it. Jeff Stanley's posted something, but I can't see it on there. It's like text. Talk sport, wrestling, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Randy Savage. Oh, that must be the same? Aye. I meant female. Lol. Who cares, you're right. I'm sure Hogan, there was a thing, and Macho Man wasn't. What's going on here? What do you think's going on here? I'll tell you what's going on here. Right? Colin, is the image you base your identity on? No, but you know what I do though, right? Actually, you're not far off, mate. So like, what I do is that I spin that the other way around. So if I do a picture, if I create a EI picture for men said, what I do is I try to write a prompt, which is going to be somebody who's going to be they're going to generate somebody close to me. So I ask for a fella, white fella with tattoos and a beard. That's what I tend to write, and I end up getting like images like this. So white fellas with tattoos and beards. This is AI companionship. And this is a real thing, you know. So, has anybody seen the movie with Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson called Her? Anybody seen it? Well, here we go. Alright, perfect. Yes! Flatliner. Perfect. So, has anyone tried the Twitter companions? Right? No, I haven't, right? No, but that's one of the things that triggered this, right? That's one of the things that so. Do you need Grok 4 for companions? So yeah, so Twitter companions or Grok companions, whatever I don't know what it's called actually. It's an AI. So it's a girl. It's an anime girl like that, right? She's like a blondie, I think. She's an AI girl. And you chat to her, and like she'll chat back, she'll talk back, she'll do stuff, she'll strip, she'll do stuff like that. Like, it's on Grok 3, is it? I'll try. So I have Grok 3. Hello, lady. Hello, AI companion lady. Fucking, I'll be getting stuck in her at 9:45. I'll start getting stuck in a Grok companion. Oh, maybe I might fall foul to this. This is like dudes, right? Falling in love with artificial intelligence. Like properly in love with them. It is absolutely mental. That and like just like not being able to I believe that this is real because like it kind of taps into a bit of deepness, right? Because like for some dudes, like you don't get nice words said to you, do you? Actually, I'm gonna go quite deep. You might laugh if you wish. But for fellas, right, we don't really get like nice words said to us much. We really don't. If I'm honest with you, and I bet all of you lads there will nod along. You might not want to see it on here, but I bet you nod along, mate. So we don't get like many nice words like, "Oh, hey, you dude, you're fucking great. I love you. We appreciate you. You're gorgeous." That's not things that we like men hear. Everywhere else I see it, like dogs, kids, women, but men didn't hear that. So if the EI starting to be like, "Oh, I get it, yo, like, what have you been doing to you?" Like, well, fucking anyway, you want to listen to me? Oh, I'll tell you what's been going on. And then she's like, anime style, taking the top off. I can imagine dudes get all in, right? All in. Mark is on Grok tonight, getting into anime. Dude, this is the thing. I've read stories of actually with I've blocked Grok. Mark's just blown a gasket. In the original cut of the female voiceover wasn't done by Scarlett Johansson. She was added later. Imagine being the original actress. Oh, Flatliner, that's shit, that. Oh, that's wild. But it had to be Scarlett Johansson, right? It had to be. Because, like, because you couldn't see the person. You had to be able to visualise the person. And Scarlett Johansson was pretty damn perfect for the visualisation. It had to be her. So it is shit for the original. Or maybe the original would have been better because you create your own visualisation of the person and not Scarlett Johansson. Oh, wow. Maybe that one might have been even more powerful, Flatliner. Wow. I'm more concerned that your list of flirting candidates were dogs, children and women. I didn't say that's who you flirt with. Did I? No, I said that's who... No, dude. I didn't say flirting candidates. Dogs won't be first. Then I'll take like love and appreciation. Right? I'm saying that, man, you dick. So anyway, you didn't get much, do you? As a man, you think like fucking hell. What, Yusuf? When was the last time you were given like a nice compliment? That wasn't from me, right? Oh, any of yous? When did any of yous get a nice compliment? That wasn't from me. Like, that's a sad truth. That's a sad truth. You probably haven't, right? You probably haven't. But here, log on to Grok 3 and you can get an anime girl and she'll give you it up. She's gonna give you it up. See, Yusuf, get on here and this anime lass is like, yo, Yusuf, I love your name. Ooh, how big's your dick? It's so big. 3 inches? Really? Wow, so massive. I don't know, I'm being a dick. I don't know. But what I'm saying, my point is that I can understand. Well, I saw Yusuf, mate. That was shit. That was shit. Sorry, dude. That was shit. Opening up to the missus, be vulnerable, and she just throws it in my face and a vow. Cheers, exactly. Yeah, here's a EI lady who will. Yusuf is a EI lady who will satisfy your needs. Look at her. There she is. Motherfuckers are fucking open up this shit, man. Give her the full 3 inches. If she dies, she dies. If she dies, she dies. I adore the bones of Boss T. I know Boss T and Kaz are super lucky, like, right? If you don't know, you should know. So Boss T and Kaz are a married couple out in Mexico. Love the bones of each other. I take it they've got like something special. Well done, you two. Fucking hell, well done. Why? Right, anyway, for the rest of us, we have to start wanking over EI porn. Once you've shown your facial recognition, we have to start. For the rest of us, right, in the UK, we've got to start giving our wank faces on porn sites so we can get on with EI. Fucking grim, man. Right? Fucking grim. Fucking anyway, that was what was that called? That was called EI Companions. Fuck's sake. EI Companions. I don't know if I can release that video. Do you know what? I didn't want to drink much tonight. I did not want to drink much. Because I need to be able to use this content and I clip it and send it out as like clips, so people think, oh, that's cool, let's watch that. But it's too like, I end up drinking and it's so fucking random and I just like unusable, like totally like unusable shit. I'd have to prep the ground first. Yeah, Bird would be asking how big my dick was, and I'd be bollocking it for getting World War II. Yusuf fucking loves World War II, mate. I mean, like, fucking hell. When Yusuf, when he goes on like history pages on World War II, he has to show his like face ID. He has to give his credit card details. World War II is like porn to Yusuf, man. He's fucking all in on it. Like, totally all in, ain't you, mate? You love it. You fucking love that World War II stuff. JEEZO. Do you know, have you heard that I think World War III's already started? Because it's all about like data and bots and all that kind of shit. Right. Here we go. This one here. Alright. Tip culture. Tip culture. Right? The reason why this one hit my radar is because there's just, I can show you the video actually. I don't know whether I need to. But in the US, there was a big church. There's a church, right? Yeah, it's in Scotland. Trump's in Scotland. So there's a big church. And they ordered like $700 fucking worth of food. Pizzas and burgers and all that, right? Because we're having a get together. Some lady like gives them, doesn't deliver it, right? This is like at the counter. Like gives them the food. They pick it up and they walk away and they don't pay a tip. Now this is in the US. So in the US there is a big tip culture. They get there and this lass has done a video. Just post it on like Facebook and all the whatever you get your shite content about that stuff, right? Saying like, fuck these churchies, right? I don't know if that's what we call church people, churchies, churchos. We'll call them, fuck these churchos. They've came in, got a $700 order, didn't leave us a tip. Fuck you, churchos. Something like that. The churchos, I see it, and I get, oh fuck, shit. We should have give that young lady a tip. So then they get in touch with the place and they give a tip, right? But the place says like, the fuck? She's done what? So they sack her because she's done this video of not giving a tip. But tips, right, is mental. So tip culture is big out here in Mexico. Well, what I don't understand is I'll pay what I need to pay, right? And I give a tip for good service. If I get shit service in a place, I don't give a tip. Who cares? Only time a woman compliments a man is when they want something. Who cares is definitely a dude. Everything about that picture is wrong. It says who cares. I can't think about what that one is. But who cares? Come over to YouTube. Who cares? Leaves the rumbles and come in our group in YouTube and chat to us there. You'll make good friends. I promise you. Who cares? You'll make good friends. Luna's in. Howdy Luna. Howdy Luna. So I tip culture, right? Like I think it is weird. I'm happy to pay the full price, including the tip, if it's baked into the bill, right? Otherwise, if the service is shit, I wouldn't give a tip. If the service is good, I'm like, oh yeah. Once my drink starts getting low, you coming over? Oh, do you want another drink? Or I walk out thinking, you know what? Fucking hell, that last deserves a tenner, defo, and I do that a lot. But if the service is shit, then fuck you. Like, what the fuck? Why would you get a tip? Clearly, you bringing food to a table, like, is your job. There's a chef out back, sweating, doing 16 hours. Yusuf, what's that like in the food trade, dude? Oh, Yusuf used to be a sous chef, didn't you? I'm sure Yusuf used to be a sous chef. For air. I'm gonna say you used to be for like fucking. I'm gonna say Linda McCartney, but that's wrong, innit? Is it Linda McCartney? You done something for someone, didn't you? You used to be a sous chef. He did. So you're back, right? Like 16 hours a day, sweating hot, building, creating, doing food. And these fuckers out the front who are just taking the food from A to B and getting the tips. Heather Mills. Who does you? Linda McCartney. Oh, it's a correction though. Heather Mills is Linda McCartney's stepdaughter. Isn't it? Connections, dude. Connections. Anyway, I think tip culture. I think tips should be tips. You've done really. You know what? Thank you so much for fucking doing a great job. Food was here quick. When I finished my pint, you came back with another one. Like boom, you got with the place when I wanted. You came up with the bill when I wanted it. Right? You got the kids' ice cream. You fetched it. There's a tenner. Like, or like, who the fuck are you? I've not even seen it tonight. Why am I giving you money? Nah. So Boss T says big out in Mexico, massive in the US. I think it needs to change. I think like, it needs to change. Heather is Linda's replacement. Is Heather Mills not Linda McCartney's stepdaughter or something? But with one leg. Who's got the one leg? Heather or Linda? Yeah, tell you what. You're not going to believe this, right? You're going to say you're going to call bullshit on this. It's not bullshit. But I used to work with a lass, right? Who was called she was called Linda Hand. Right? She was called Linda Hand. So I Linda Hand. Her husband was called Gizza. No, I did used to work with a Linda Hand, and I used to work with a lass called Shauna Fairy. She was called Shauna, and her married name was Fairy. Shauna Fairy, Linda Hand. No, sorry. You're going to really think I've just made this up, and I haven't. This is why I said Linda Hand, because her Linda Hand was the mother. Her daughter worked at our place as well. Shauna Fairy's real, and she was called Joanna Hand. So in Sunderland, where I'm from, Joanna Hand can say, "Do you want a help? Would you like help?" Joanna Hand and Linda Hand. That's totally true. I know you're gonna say bullshit. Totally true. Them two and Shauna Fairy were real people. Actually, I shouldn't say that shit out loud because they are real people. That's real names. Fucking hell. That's probably bad vibes. Tip culture, man. Not fucking happy. Right, boys. Do you want help speaking English? I think it's just is it the whiskey? Might be the whiskey. There's a couple. Here, listen. That's what I was thinking. This. Like, do you guys actually really appreciate me? And like how good I am at doing this? Like, I go on live streams. I go on other people's live streams. I see what other people do live, right? Ain't nobody pushes out this much content this quickly in 2 hours on the internet. Nobody. Nah. Nobody who can like switch and move. I'm the Muhammad Ali of live streams, right? So nobody can do this shit. I couldn't do it. I can talk for hours. We need men said. I want to see more out and about with. Can't be honest. I don't like leaving the fucking house. That's why, dude. You should. You all need to start appreciating me a hell of a lot more, right? Because there is no silent seconds. Do you know how hard that is? 0 silent seconds. Some people are watching live. They just sit back. They go minutes without saying anything. I'm just fucking in, pumping in, bang, bang, bang. I'm just laying in content. Only Trump can talk for that long by himself. Me and Trump, JEEZO. That'd be a good combo. Anyway, lads, that'd be good. Doing challenges. Looney, you've said it before. That was a burp. Luna has said that before. Luna said before, right? She wants like you lot, right, to come up with like ideas for me to get out in the world and do challenges, like real life challenge shit. Luna's pushed this a few times. It's she's got an agenda, right? Like she's got an agenda. Like she wants me out there in the real world doing challenges. The fuck. Anyway, right, so Trump and Talk, off my arse off, Luna. I guessed it on Bolton FM with a plant of a big mouth. We went live and I couldn't see a thing. Oh man, oh dude. I agree about earning tips. Tips should be given to show you have done a great job. and you appreciate them. Not forced. I totally read, mate. I totally send you a gift card for Weatherspoon. I fucking love Weatherspoons. This week, I'm trying to see how quick I can get thrown out of a little for talking about UFOs, dude. I'm wondering, is there a tip culture among prostitutes, or just fucking flatline? I'm just wondering. Tip. Did they not get the tip? They'll only get the tip. Bates, what have you got to say about the prostitution and tipping? Do you tip? I'm assuming you probably know that, do you? Do you tip? Cole does a live swing from Swingathon 26. Do you know what it is, right, Richie? Asking for a friend. Do you know what it is? Like, Batesy, no idea. Do you know, it's like, I would love to do like videos and content. My next stage is videos. My next stage is to do, and I'm going to try and do it this week, right? Is some of the stories that we've done today to film them and then tag and then clip in these clips, right? So do a film about the thing and then clip it in. That's what I'm going to do this week. That's me plan for this week, to create content. I'd love to do stuff like out and about, but I'm such a fucking lazy dude. Like, such a lazy dude. Like, Yusuf takes a piss out of me daily about how many times I've got a trike. It's fucking dope. So cool. Yusuf takes a piss out of me daily about like being out on my trike like 3 or 4 times. I've been out on it more, but like, not a lot more. Like, not much more. Like 20 times or something. Beatty comes around mine a few times a night, right? A few times a week to do weights, because I've got a weights up in the garage. Every day I need to fucking drag out the trike, put it there, make an excuse to Beatty that I'm going to ride it, then push it back in when we've done weights. It's cool though, right? I just didn't get out there. I wish I could. I probably drink too much, right? I probably drink too much, and that impacts my ability to get out in the world, right? A few times a night. That was Freudian slip there. Anyway, men need, and I do believe this, right? Men need 3 hobbies. 1 is a creative one. So for me, it's this. My creative hobby is Men Said. And thank you so much for being here tonight. Honest to God, you guys have been fucking amazing tonight. You have been even force. You're chatting. I love yous. Thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Right? Really appreciate it. This has really restored my faith in doing Men Said and JEEZO ITS Friday. 1, to keep in shape. So I do weights, right? I'm actually quite if I didn't drink as much, therefore I slept better, yada yada, I'd be a unit. I would honestly, for how much I lift and how my body adapts to it, I would be a unit. But I'm drinking all the time, so I don't sleep properly. Testosterone's probably low. Need recovery. Eating sugar. Yada yada yada. Right? Not good. Right? It's okay to ride a trike if you're missing a leg, maybe 2. Flatline, you twat. Right? You bike shaming me. And do you know what? Being a trike owner, right? You get some shaming, right? You do get some shaming because, like, oh, what? Can you not ride a bike? Like, what's wrong with 2? What's wrong with 2 wheels? So Flatline has basically just said that. Just basically give me some shit, right? So, didn't laugh at him, Luna. Luna's laughing. Bates is laughing. What the fuck are you on about? Why is Yusuf laughing? Didn't laugh at Flatliner. That ain't cool. Right? That ain't cool. Oh, stabilizer, guys. Try. Hey, what the fuck are you all laughing about? Stop laughing. I've had 2 new hobbies: vulva casting and making classic cooking. What the fuck? It's hard to steer with call in a traffic jam. Yeah, listen. So, the reason why I don't have a bike is because I can't be asked. As I said, I cannot be asked to leave the house. Right? I can't be asked to go out on the trike. I certainly can't be asked to do lessons and get a fucking license for bikes. Can I be asked? Cannot be asked. A trike, you can ride one on a car license. So I just bought it. I couldn't even be asked to go and see it. I saw it on the internet and I said, just deliver it, mate. And I got it delivered. The first time I saw it was when it was wheeled into my garage. And that's where it stayed. So anyway, I don't pretend to be a biker, right? I'm not that. But it's a bit of fun kit to get out and have a laugh. That's why, you dickheads. I reckon Cole doesn't go out much because he's got really white skinny legs, like someone with polo. Do you know what? I've not, mate. But actually, I've got tattoos on my legs. I've got lots of tattoos on my legs. But calves, man, fuck, calves are hard to build. They're so hard. Do you know what? I reckon that calves, you're either genetically disposed to be able to build calf muscle, or you can't. And I do quite a lot. I do 4, 8. I do 16 sets of calf lifts a week. 16 sets. And just didn't build. They just didn't build. I think. Let's see if anyone else thinks Cole should get on the back of. I'll never, ever, ever, ever get on the back of Beatsy's bike. Beatsy's a massive lunatic. He's a lunatic on a lot of fronts. But we'll have to talk about that on WhatsApp. So if you want to be in the WhatsApp group and if you want to hear about how crazy and stupid and wild Beatsy is, then hit me up on DMs in X or whatever. Fake tan. A little bit of fake tan, cuz. I'm not going to lie. I ain't going to lie. When you're white, I'm Sunderland white. Sunderland white. That's a Sunderland white is what you paint your kitchen walls with. Fucking hell, I am Sunderland white. This here is not actual real life light. I don't think. Yeah, I have to when I go live, I have to click on the webcam button, right, and I have to remove some settings so that it stays as a flow for some reason. One of the settings to keep the frames per second up is what's it? Fuck. It's like the white balance. I have to take that off. White balance, low light compensation. This is tech stuff, right? Take off white balance, low light compensation to get 30 frames per second. That's what I have to do. So it just turn the bottom. Sun and white gets sunburn after reading holiday brochure. Hiking in heels will do it. Do you know what, Richie? Richie, I'm going to tap into that because do you know what's right in my wheelhouse at the minute is I really, really want I'm not going to say a treadmill. I've seen the walking pads. You get walking pads that go up to like 12 degrees incline. I am so into that. Your head looks sweaty. Is it? I'm not actually sweating. Got long, big, fat hair. Nah, I'm not sweating. My head looks sweaty. No, I ain't sweating. But Richie, I want to get a walking pad on a 12-degree incline or higher, and then I spend an hour a day doing that while I messing with my phone or watching something or working. That's the plan. That's the plan. Anyway, so creative. I do this. Men said. Keep in shape. I do keep in shape, right? So you can laugh, you can call us, right? You can do whatever you want, but I do actually put in a lot of effort actually for keeping in shape. Make money. Now, I've always wanted to get into something that would make money. Not like a side hustle, more investments. So I do some investments. I'm quite into Bitcoin, and it's paying off, right? Bitcoin is paying off. It's there's the rest of the cryptos that I'm not keen on. Boss T, me. Boss T is a crypto guy. He gets it. I don't really get it. I get Bitcoin because I see it as being like a kind of like a digital gold, which is like quite cliche to say it, but I do get it as that. The rest of the cryptos I'm a bit scared of, so I don't bother. I have tried them in the past and I've lost in the past, so that's why I'm probably a bit scared. But one to make money for me is probably only I just sticking what I've got into Bitcoin. That's it. Do you guys have a creative output, a keep in shape output, and do you guys have a make a money output? I think that's a good. I think every man needs that shit. I really do. We've done tip culture. We've done men needs hobbies. Oh fucking hell! Alright, JEEZO. This shit is real. Can you believe this shit is real? This is real. There is a real life drug called the devil's breath drug. Now, it can be used in small quantities all the way up to like mega super large quantities. In small quantities, it's actually used in pharmaceuticals, and they use it to treat like kind of like allergies and stuff like that. In larger quantities, right, it can be used as a recreational drug, and it gets used for like hallucinogenics, which is pretty mad. And then in high quantities, right, it's used because people feel compelled to like tell the truth or to be compliant in whatever people say. So they're like 95% or 90% or 95%. It was a 90% of people who get exposed to high levels of the drug, right? It's just compliant. Like, you will do this now, and do it. Rob a bank, kill a person, tell us the truth, whatever it is, right? And then after a few hours, they have no recollection of this actually being real. How? And this is a real, genuine thing called devil's breath drug. I came across it because somebody said, "Oh, look into it." Somebody told me to look into this on X. I was like, "Oh, right, yeah." Oh, on TikTok, maybe. I was like, "Yeah, sounds good." And I looked into it and I was like, "Fucking hell, that is a wild thing." So the question is, right? If you had a ball of this and you were giving it to somebody, who would you give it to, right? And what would you make them compliant in? Considering they will forget all about it in a few hours. I look forward to your responses. Right, have you all had a chance, right, to throw in an NGL? It's 9 o'clock. It's time for me to have my my takeaway, finish up. I might come back actually and do a after party stream on just on X just on X. Might do that, but I'm on the WhatsApp. So the fellas, right, if you want to be on the WhatsApp, please drop me a DM and we'll get you in. It'll be good fun. So what with Devil's Breath, scopolamine, don't believe the hype. It's just an anti-cholinergic sedative that we used to use as a pre-med. Fucking hell, Flatliner's like, oh, Flatliner used to be a anesthetologist. Is that shit real? Am I doing real fucking recall there? Flatliner used to be an anesthetologist, isn't it? I can buy a spray tan for us. What's Betty talking about? Shaved tanned? What the fuck's she on about? Me too. What's yours like, Mark? I don't know what Betty and Mark's talking about. I'll catch up with them two on WhatsApp. Anyway, we are at the end of the show. Thank you so much. Right, we have weird stories. Right, JEEZO brought to do, and we fucking didn't do it. Right, and to go out with, we've still got Boss T's tune is becoming fucking Bryan Adams. Everything I do. Remember Bryan Adams, right? We were talking about 1995 and 96 earlier on. Bryan Adams in like 1996 or something like that. He had a #1 hit with Everything I Do, right? It was in the charts for. It was #1 for 16 weeks. 16 weeks. #1. Who the fuck was going out buying that week after week after week for 16 weeks. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Boss T's tune that we go to is getting a little bit Bryan Adams. I've played this out for like 5 weeks now. I need a new tune. But what I did think of, I wrote this down earlier on. I wrote down Deadpool. We'll do that next week. But I'm going to do a charts. So I'm going to start doing a chart with who's got the longest. Is Yusuf off? Have a good week, gang. Is he off? Is he? Solid content as always. Love you, dude. I'm not finished, man, dickhead. Didn't get no. I just started prep. It's not the end, man, dickhead. Why is Yusuf off? No, man, it's the beginning, man. This is the beginning of the end. I'm going to start doing a chart. So every time I get a new track, either off Boss T or off Mark, that's where I'm getting my tunes from. In the future, hopefully, we'll get another 2 or 3 people with banging the tunes, right? And whichever one stays the longest, they'll be at the top of the chart. So I think Boss T in the next track is like on like 5 weeks. So if you want to take Boss T down, right, you've got to bring in a new tune. Otherwise, it's going to be this track at the end of the show every single week, right? And when I put a chart up of the top 10, it'll be at the top of the charts. That's what it's going to be about. So Mark, that should be your incentive to get in and make a new bloody tune, right? Anyway, I fucking love you lot so much. Thank you so much for tonight. Tonight's been a really good one. I don't know what the numbers have been like, but it doesn't matter because the engagement's been fantastic. You've chatted and chatted and chatted, and that's exactly what this is about. So thank you so much. Please, before you leave, just like do a like or put a comment in the YouTube channel just to help that grow, because that's where it's all about, right? But we're done. We're going to go out with Boss T, and it's called Good Life. Love you. See you next week.
I know you wanna go. It's a good life.